Welcome back, whippersnappers. This is Gramps. We're in Shapes 2, hard mode, the dimension update. Last episode, we got these two shapes all set, but they have not yet started rolling in. And those are both part of our milestone 11, which is our final milestone to get us to final qualification. So I'm confident that both of these are created and headed in. All I'm going to do now is let's just get this set up really quickly, and then we're going to go off and do some tasks, okay? And while we're here, just really quickly, if you have not yet, please like and subscribe. It really helps out and gets things going. Okay, so to do this final shape here, in fact, let's go ahead and copy that code and pop it in here. And what is it? This is operator 8. Operator Ocho. Alright. So all we need to do, I believe, is run that's it, there we go. Is we're gonna take this shape and drop it on top of this shape. So we're gonna need a stacker. And then we're going to take that and run it into a crystallizer that has cyan fluid. So to make cyan, we just need blue and green. Let's get that going. Okay, so I've got this built up over here to make our teal. And we just have this guy finish, and we just have this guy finish. So this is our double dots, and this one up here is our final shape, our you know, the big shape. So let me do this. I want to stack those two. So let's get a quad stacker going, maybe right around about here. And so stack your quad. And let's rotate it to there. Sorry. My goodness. You can hear Woody in the background. He's very excited. Okay. We're going to take this and go... oh, no, we're not going to go up. We're going to take this and just go here and in. So that's going to bring these guys to the top. Is that one? Oh, is this built out on 2? Oh, it is because of... Okay, alright. Because of the crystal laters of it. We don't need... That is way... an insane build for this. We do not need all that. Alright, in the meantime, this guy is going to come down this way. Right here. Then it needs to go down 2 layers. Let's use the pretty one. Go down that way. That's going to run in there. Alright, so that's going to get everything stacked up nice and tightly. But now we're going to run all this into a crystallator. And this is our big double crystallator build. So let's just copy it. And I'm going to do that to it. And we're going to want shapes coming in on layer 2. Alright, so let's do this. Let's get a depot shape load. Other way. Right, because this is grabbing our shapes. And we're going to want this to go here. And yeah, let's do a pretty one. And come in there. Meanwhile, our cyan color that we just created, we're going to want to go in on layer 1 and 0. So let's take this. Which goes in on 1. But then we will also split it off and go down here. Perfect. And yeah, those are all single trains. Oh, this one is not good though. Ugh. Arg. Because this needs to be a quad train. Alright, so shape load. Uh-huh. 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay. Alright, there we go. Now that's going to be working. Up here. Do we, oh, we have not, I've not actually put trains in yet. So let's get some green trains going. Let's get some red or blue trains going. And this is our final shape out. And I'm kind of letting this build up a bit so we can get stuff down here. Oh, wait. Alright, I'm cutting you off. Arg. Yep. Alright. This needs to be here. Alright, so that's... Is that quad trains 2? Yes, that's quad trains 2. Okay. So I'm going to get rid of these stops here and just put in rail. Okay, so that is going to be stop 1, 2, 3, then 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. Now we get them coming in on all. Okay, now you'll see car 1 unloads there, car 2 unloads there, car 3 unloads there, and car 4 unloads here. All right. And what do we have up over here? Yes. So this is car 4, this is car 3, 1, and 2. And these guys are running out. So we may have to revisit that. Oh, but here comes the refresh. Pretty low. All right. Anyway. Keep it going. We only need 250,000 of these shapes. So, you know, it's not like a lot. There we go. Get that coming in. All right. It's going now. And what is going on here? Is this... Oh my god, this is like an ancient build. What is happening? Okay. I just completely messed this one up is what is happening. All right. So I need to bring this over here and then go up into here. Now I don't want to waste that one down there, so I'm going to do this, which will let him come back. No, I'll do that. Okay. Yeah, I screwed it up. All right. But it's fixable. No. I don't want to do that. In fact, I don't want to use those. I want to use 2 blues and 2 greens. And then over here, I'm going to say one of you, green, is going to go this way. All right. There we go. You are built, except for this. Let's do 3 for kicks. And shape build. There we go. Okay. Now, I believe we are done. And all we need to do is deliver it into there. Because this is going to go up into our vortex. All right. So this is... Nope. This is where it is actually being built. So let's move that to there. And we'll get a train. Get 2 trains. You know, this is a long one. You're going to do 3 trains. And that, so this should do it. Yeah, see, that's our shape. So once we put the pins on the top, that gives the crystals something to hold on to. And we could really do this with just 1 pin, but we've got the double pin. So let's just use it. You know, why not? So that, my friends, is it. That is our milestone 11 done and done. So let's let that, we'll let that go. We're going to let that rock and or roll. Very cool. Let's head back up to home base and our little task world here, which has still been chugging along for no particular reason. Oh my goodness. All right. So let's head on over here to tasks and hide the completed ones. All right. So I wanted to show you really quickly how I'm going to do something. This is a simple one, but let's do this. So it's the same shape until we get to there. Wow. All right. So it starts off here. We need yellow. And yellow is simply red plus green. Let's do the shape first. All right. Oh, we just got this. My neighbors across the street are building a fence. And that is what Woody is objecting to. Just in case you wanted to know. And undo. All right, so I'm going to get our hourglass here. And I'm going to copy and flip it here. And do our trash can in the middle. So that's giving us that hourglass and this hourglass. This one needs to be rotated. So we're just going to do a rotate. And then we'll bring it into a stacker. Like so. And then we need a painter. And then that is going to go in. Now this just needs to be painted yellow. So yellow is simply green plus red. So all I'm going to do, and this is the reason I have the did I not make a mixer? I have a mixer depot, but I don't have a mixer blueprint. All right, let's go find a mixer and blueprint it. I know we've got lots of you. No, that's crystals. All right, let's go to here. Now there's a mixer somewhere in this world. Here's lots of yellow. No, yellow's coming in from here. There's our mixer. And I'm just gonna do it. All right, mixer. Okay. All that. Here. Mixer. There we go. And you can see right here, yep, they're mixing to become yellow. I don't know what color model world red plus green equals yellow, but there we are. This is in the shapes color model world. And let's make sure that we are getting the right shape, which we are. Okay. So that's done. Now let's look at tasks. And let's do something trickier. Should we tackle one of these? A little Pac-Man guy here. Cause this is doable. In fact, this ends up being 4 high. It's tricky. It is tricky. This one is tricky. I'm gonna hold off on it. And look, we're almost we're chugging along with that one. All right, let's do this Knight's Pride. I like this one. So this one is gonna be over here. We're gonna start off with circle and square. So we're gonna do a cutter on both of those. And then we'll do a rotate. And do a trash. And then we'll just do a half cut, a half destroy. And we end up with that on the right and that on the right. So we just need to rotate them to get them into the place we want. So we'll do a counterclockwise rotate for you. And for you, we'll do a 180. And we're going to bring it together and do a stack. All right. Then we need a painter. And then we're going to do another stack. Oops. There we go. So that's creating new. Now, over here, we need the same thing. Plus this. And that would be a 180. Rotate. Nope. That's our 180. And then we just stack all these together. Right? No. You still need a 180. No. You need a clockwise. There we go. And then into there, and then into there. All right, so that's that. Now, let's take a look at this. Not that. This. Our next one is going to be the exact same thing, but magenta. And for magenta, we're just doing those two, of course. All right, and these are going into a stacker. Okay, doke. Yep. That's what we want. And here comes the magenta. Okay. So that one's done. I mean, this one right here. So let's go back and take a look at what's next over here. It's going to be the same thing. No, it's not. It's a very different thing. Oh, no, it's not. It is the same thing, just scooched down. And then this is a different thing here. And that's going to be annoying. But it's okay. How are we doing up here? 38,500. You know what? While we're here, I want to make another machine. And I'm going to make a machine. What I want to do, this is a machine I've talked about making before, is I want to make a machine. We've got a machine that makes that cuts a notch out of something. Okay, for instance, in this shape, it would cut out this top left gray circle. What I want, though, is I want to make a machine that just cuts out everything except that, because that's something we're going to need in our future world. Okay, so let's do it. Let's just get this going. And I'm just gonna start like so. And I think I'm gonna try it with a 1x4. So we've got that, and you know what? I'm gonna do this. Let's get a let's just grab this. So this is all of them. Okay, there we go. So the first thing I would want to do in this instance is a cut, right? So I'm just gonna, oops, not that. I'm gonna do a cutter. All right. Now half those I'm gonna trash, because I don't want those. All I'm gonna want is this. So that makes it nice and easy. Now what I want to do is a clockwise turn. Oh, and then we can go from there into... I keep bringing up my blueprints. Into a half destroyer. So that's what I want. Yeah, if we do that, and actually we may be able to get through this with a... Geez. I think we can use a 1x2. But then we can take these and rotate them to counterclockwise. And that just gives us that top left shape, right? Oh, but the upper ones are a pain because of the trash. So that doesn't work as is. Need that. And that won't work either. All right. Take a break from this. Head back to this. Okay. So now what we want to do is take all this. Cut it. And move it down to here. Right? Wait, no. We're not doing that. Because this is still the top. Wait, now I'm confused. Yeah, this is the bottom. Wait, did I build this backwards? Because, yeah, this is the bottom. Yeah, I built this backwards, didn't I? Did I? Oh my god. Why is my brain not working right now? Bottom, top, 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 this should be the bottom. And then this is the top. Yeah, no, I was right. Okay, so this is the top. This is the next layer, and then this is the bottom layer. Okay, so what I need right now is squares and circles again. All right, half squares, half circles. But then I need them painted half and half. This is one of the cool things about Shapes 1. There was a tool where you could send a full shape into a thing and say, hey, paint these quadrants blue, leave these two alone. And that made it super easy to paint things like this. You know, paint these two blue and these two yellow. These two blue, these two white, these two cyan, these two yellow. Super easy. All right, let's put this on hold because this one's about to pop. So we need to do this. All we need is circles. And they're going to be cyan. And we're just going to cut that right there. Clear all that out. So this one will be quick. That's circles. All right. I'm going to bring that there. We just need a stacker here. And there. Okay, that one is done. That's this guy here. Okay, so anyway. Yes, Shapes 1 had some cool stuff. Very cool. So I think what I'm going to do is do another cutter. Wait, no, I'm not. I'm going to do rotate, then a cut, and then that's going to get me, yeah, different here. Oh, no, this one to do that way. So this is, I want this to be, yeah, that's fine. That one is top right. No, this is top left. All right, I'm going to do this differently. I'm just going to do this one. I'm going to do a 180 rotate. This one, I'm going to do a clockwise rotate. Then I'm going to stack them. And then I'm going to paint them. Okay. So that's going to get me the right side. Now for the left side, I just need this to be counterclockwise rotate. And this one to be a 180. Then I'm going to take this and do a flip. There we go. That's going to make the left side. Take this there. And that there. There we go. That's going to do that one. Now there's going to need it to be a lot of recombobulating for the next one. Which is annoying. But that's okay. Then after that, they will be easy. Okay, so our little notcher here. Our nacho machine. So, maybe we do need to go back to 3. So the reason for this is because the upper levels will need to use all this stuff too. So that's why that comes into play. Yeah. Let's do this. But on this one, we're actually going to move this up a bit to give some breathing room. Because these guys need to come out here and do that. And then this guy can come in. How do we get this all working here? Yeah, because this is going to be the same over here. But we could stagger it. Yeah, this is where we might need to go to the 1x4. I keep doing that. And this. Then this one would be the next one. It could go there, and this could go there, and this could go there. See. And that's not bad speed-wise. They'll all come through at the same time. because they're all going the same journey. Just, are they going here? The long run up here or down there. Then if I wanted to get them rotated at the end, yeah, we'll just do that. Gonna bring these up here. These up here. And these up here. And then that. Gets copied. But then and then the upper one. Okay. Let's do this. Let's copy all of that. We're going to delete that. Nope. Let's copy that plus that. There we go. All right. That is our notch maker. Notcher. All right. Now we've got some changes. This one, instead of being yellow, is going to now be white. Clear all that out. And this one, this middle one here is going to be gray. So we can just get rid of you altogether. Next one is going to be magenta, but different, the other shape. So that's going to be this. But with a painter, I could have just copied it. Of course. Boom. Mixer. No, we'll do it there. Okie doke. And then last guy is just the cyan circle. Stacker there. And that there. All right, next. All right, so this is where this one gets wackier. Let's make sure it doesn't have any pins. It does not. Okay. So same general shapes, but instead of green, this is now red. Okay, and why is this not sending anything? What are you out of? You are out of squares? How are squares doing back here? I assume not good. Yeah, not good. So squares are coming in there. Which are coming in from up here. Right here. Definitely have the ability for more squares. There we go. Okie doke. Back to you. All right. So now here is where. So same shape, right? Where we've got the up down, but now the different quadrants are going to be colored versus not colored. Now we could do this with a swapper, right? So if we have blue coming in, and then if these other ones, instead of being uncolored, were yellow. So I think if we take this and move it up, all right, then let's hold for a second. Let's get a painter here. And we need, I want to put yellow into there. Let's get our mixer. Okay. Now, let's get our swapper. Is this going to do what we want? It's getting all loaded up. I don't think it is, to be honest. I think maybe these all need to... Oh no, you know what? We need not a swapper, right? We need a checkerboard. That's what we need. Oh. And then this is going to be... I think this will work, but then it's going to be cuckoo crazy. Like, they're not going to be all lined up. Let's see. Nope. I think this is not working at all. And I think they need to be rotated ahead of time. Is that right? Yeah. Oh my god. Alright. I'm going to get rid of that. Instead, I'm going to put in a rotate first. No, that doesn't do anything. So if we do the rotate, that's the checkerboard. Yeah, that's not doing it either, is it? Oh, but it is. It's just doing it the reverse. And then it needs to swap them back. Oh my god, I hate this so much. Yeah. All right. Well, first of all right, let me get into this. This one needs to be leveled up and saved. Save as. And honestly, it needs to be completely destroyed and recreated on a 2x2. All right. There. Now we're hiding the upper floors. Alright, so let's get some in here and see what happens. These are doing counter clockwise rotates. But then nothing goes up there. So what if they did that instead? Okay, so this isn't sending anything up here because there's nothing to share it with. Alright, alright. It's good. It's good. So if I took this and this, if I took these two and did a swapper with them, then that would work, right? Nope. Because I don't need that. That and that. No. All right. There we go. Nope, because those are the same. So, what if this were a 180? Does that work? No, that does not work. All right. Again, the swapper swaps the west halves of two shapes. Okay, so there is no west half of either of these shapes. That's what I need to do. I've figured it out. The problem is that I'm cutting all these. I need to not cut these. I need to send a full shield of blue and a full shield of yellow. So this is creating half. I need to not create a half. Yeah, that's what I need to do. Okay, so I need to take this, taking this out of the equation. Wait, no, maybe we'll leave that. Which is the 180, which gives us the bottom half of the shield. And I need one shield to be blue and one shield to be yellow. So I need to create two shields. I need to, optimally I would create two shields, a yellow shield and a blue shield. This is where my brain just fries. Oops. No. Okay. You are at top. So this plus that equals a shield. And here's our other half of a shield. We don't need to delete that. That's where we're going. This is all right. Now we've got it. So this one, we just need to do a counterclockwise rotate. So this makes another bottom shield half. Yeah. All right. We got this. And we're going to take this and do that. And let's hide that. Okay, so I'm going to take a stacker. and put it here. This one I need to, all right, I'm gonna need to do this, but then here I'm gonna have to make a manual thing because I want to rotate you clockwise. I'm gonna pause. Clockwise rotator. Okay. We're doing this because we're not using the space lines because of the angle. Okay, so that makes a shield. Getting rid of you. Okay, so that makes a blue shield. Same thing here. Alright, that is ready for shielding. That is ready for shielding. So you're going to go down and then up here. Boom. Okay, so this makes a shield over here. That is great. And this makes you yellow. Okay. We're getting this. We are getting there. Now, we're going to run into a checker board. With one there and one there. That is going to make 2 rows of checkerboarded modules. Now, the question is, are they both going to be, are either of them going to be correct? And are they all going to be correct? So they're all different. Not, I mean, they are sideways. So this one is correct. This one is correct. Not and not. And then that's going to be opposite here. Correct, correct. Okay. So. Good. Let's do another one of these. All right, so you are correct. And you are correct. Now, in theory, we could take all these correct ones. We could take all the incorrect ones and run them into the trash. So you know what? Let's just do that. But remembering that we have multiple trash levels. Then these guys need a clockwise rotate. this, if we flip it, should do the same. Okay. Let's take all this and copy it up. Which one is this? Ah. Okay. And this one's a little bit off. That is okay. I don't care right now. Okay. Yay. God. Oh, my friends. Could you smell the smoke coming out of my brain on that one? Because that was just killing me. And I know when I rewatch this episode, I'm going to be screaming at the screen. Hey, good news. We're almost done with this milestone. All right, our next one is going to be the same thing, except this guy needs to be yellow. And there's a new element added in there. A yellow spike. And then white here instead of yellow. Let's get that spike going. Yeah. That's where, yeah, we're going to want the spike up there. Oh, and then we're going to want, so that's going to be a thing where we're going to be stealing some red. So some of the red's going to go up this way, some of the red's going to come this way. That's going to slow things down. And then we're going to need to put a painter module right here. And then those are all going to need to get stacked. Oops, I did not mean to do that. So we'll put a painter module in here. This will instead come up here. Because it is going to be yellow. And then what? Top shape is going to be yellow. So we'll have a painter right there. Hey, look at that. All right, my friends. Let's unlock this bad boy. That was our last shape. We're going to unlock our final qualification. Yay, we have passed the final qualification. And we can now do additional upgrades, which is the shape multiplier. We got a 2,000 platform limit bonus. We have infinite goals. We got 250,000 blueprint points and 50 research points. Look at that. And we can come right on in here. We can claim that. And this is already cruising along, so you can see those are going to be going up quickly. Let's look at our upgrades. Look at that. Boom. We can unlock our first shape multiplier. And we're on our way to our second one. So our first shape multiplier, again, that means that each shape that goes in is now multiplied by 2. So where it used to be 1, now it is 2. So that is pretty great. So instead of each package being worth 180, each package is now worth 360 shapes. So that times 6 times 3 is what a train holds. So here goes one load in there. Boom. Excellent. Very cool. All right, so you can see this is all working. This guy is done. Let's kibosh it. And that. Okay, next episode, we are going to tackle platform or some crystal tasks just to get them out of the way. And then after that, we will do a MAM. Okay, so again, thank you so much for watching. Long episode. Apologies. This is Gramps, signing off.